20 gods, sacrifice a virgin, call it Tuesday. It's kind of how it worked. And it was so. And we'll cut off the Han Dynasty. What I was going to talk about. Instead, we'll do Iran. So Iran before it was Persia. Before it was Persia, excuse me, Iran before it was Persia. Persia has Islam. Before it had Islam, it had Zoroastrianism. Zoroastrianism is an interesting faith. They, sacrifice a goat. The dominant religion of Persia for like 1,000 years. But how did that become the dominant religion? They had something interesting that most beliefs at the time didn't, which was something akin to the Golden Rule, which is not ubiquitous now, seems obvious. In most organizations that we're thinking about, we're trying to have some version of the Golden Rule. We have a version of the Golden Rule. If you are a local business and you want to take it far, start giving referrals. You can be a rock star. So that's a version of the Golden Rule. Before I say anything else about the Zoroastrianists, is anyone here practice that religion? Jeremy, put your hand down. No? So we see that still relevant today. For example, is this it? There it is. We're going to use Hugh. We're going to use you.
Okay.
It's like Google search right there about Guild Mortgage, Precision Home Loans. And Guild Mortgage is interesting because they have 5,000 employees. Hugh, what's your headcount?
In our office, 11.
11. So he's ranking above a company with 5,000 employees. I'm sure they have a dozen people that work on the website, and I'm sure they have a multi-million-dollar website budget. How many millions of dollars do you give to Don every?
A couple million. In other things.
And you contribute a lot to that. A lot of that is Don, but something that I noticed that's pretty interesting about this is somewhere on here, I don't know where, within resources, there you go. And you will notice some familiar names in here. Because what happens is most websites, is there a black mark? Most websites look like this. It just says, we're great, we're Guild Mortgage, come work with us because we're amazing. And that's all it is. And if you're a big company, you can be a bigger Don. That's all it is, and that's all people see. But when you do a Don did here, instead, it starts to look like that. The little cluster of networks, what that does is not only does it bring Hugh's website up, but it brings these websites up too. And this is something where, because it's the Golden Rule, you're not always going to know how or why that happened. Someone's going to Google search pressure washing Elk Grove. And Chris Lombardo is never going to know that this is the reason that his website was number 1, not number 4, or not somewhere on page 2 where no one's going to see it. So the call to action here is this is what it can look like, and this is what Hugh's website looks like, which helps all of us, by the way. But you can also start to do this, and then it's going to be a stronger cluster that also benefits everyone in this little cluster. And I see our website guy over there is nodding in vigorous agreement, so obviously this is not crazy. So a lot of us control our own website. So the call to action here is if you can do this and implement this and do something like this, your roster of what local business to refer is right here. It's on your little thing we get every single day. So there's your education moment. Thank you.
Awesome.